So, welcome to lesson 3. In lesson 1, we went through email. Lesson 2, we went through documents. And lesson 3, I kind of want to touch on task managers and how I use my personal task manager. And we're going to we're going to hop back, I should say, to email for a little while as well. And I'll explain to you how I use both to help me clear my inbox. So this is my task manager. And again, I use things 3 as my task manager. You can use any task manager you want. Again, it's all to do with the system more so than the actual application. But generally, apps, task managers, and email and documents obviously work in the same way. It's just that I prefer this task manager. Now, Things 3 is actually an insanely easy task manager. As you can see, I'm in my today view. Now, there is a side view here. I generally never look at this side view. I only look at the today view because the way I find task managers help me is by them being kind of like a digital assistant. It telling me what to do at a particular time and moment. If I have a bunch of projects, I don't look at those projects unless I'm working with that client on that particular project. If I want to be notified of something, that's when I date something and time something, and then I only work from the today view. So if I'm working on a project and I need to do something specific for that project, I will obviously make a task within that project saying, remind me. But then that goes into my today view, and then I'll go and start working on that project. So my today view is basically the list that I work from. I don't work from my inbox, my upcoming. I don't work from anything because I make sure I date everything. The only things that I don't date are the items within the project, unless they are time date sensitive. Other than that, I date everything and anything because I want to be told by my assistant, which is my task manager, what to do when. Yeah, I'm lazy like that. I don't want to remember these things. Call me lazy. I just want to be told what to do when. So my task manager, I'm also not one of these people that piles things on in my inbox and leave them there for weeks on end and then do a review. There's this whole GTD method of doing a review, and it's a headache. I don't want to be involved with that. I just want to know what I need to do, when I need to do it, and let me do it. And it works fantastically for me. Might not work for you maybe, but I believe it will work for everyone if they kind of get their heads around it. So my inbox is like a bucket. I have an inbox pretty much everywhere. So it is kind of a bucket for that day. Now, I make sure throughout the day, not at the end of the day, but throughout the day, I actually go through my inbox. And the reason why I do that is because you shouldn't have a backlog of tasks. You should basically just, you think of something, put it in because you're doing something else, and you don't want to be distracted by that something else. So you put it in. But then when you have a moment, when you walk your dog, where you sit down, you flicking through your phone, you look at your inbox and go, oh yeah, I've got to put that at a particular date and time. There are oftentimes that I actually, as I'm creating the task, I actually will date it and put it in the right place. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to go through my inbox. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to go through the different sections that I have, because I don't have that many sections. So going back to here, I have, again, a personal thing, and I can show you everything in here. Groceries and things for my car. So I've got loads of groceries and things for my car. My work, and I'm going to come back to this, but these are because I actually use a project manager. For certain projects, I actually use this. For very small projects, I do this. For small things that I need to do for a client, I put it into this. But if it's a project, I actually put it into my project management tool, which is Basecamp. And my business, again, very minimal, insanely minimal. and stuff private because I've actually moved everything out. So this private isn't usually here. It's only here because I'm doing this demo. So everything I've put into here that I can't show, obviously. So again, if I create a task, you know, take out the trash, for instance, immediately I will basically move it somewhere. I would say, well, that's actually a personal thing, and I've got to do this on Thursday, and I save it. And then it's gone. It's not in my inbox. It's not in my today view. I don't want to see it until the time comes that I need to do it. And that literally took me a few seconds. Now, this task manager, things 3, there's actually a keyboard command to enter, a quick entry comes up where you can actually enter the information that you need. And a lot of good task managers actually have this, and it works in similar ways. They just have their own take on it. Todoist has it as well, and in fact, the Todoist quick input is much simpler than this. It's even simpler than this, but the app in itself, I prefer things overall to it. So, there are key commands to move tasks and to date tasks and stuff. So there are actually key commands to do that, so you don't have to move your mouse so much. So basically, again, if we go back to my email, which is what I wanted to show you, how I organize my email. So if this was to do with, Paul was my client for some bizarre reason, and this email was him asking me, could I do something? Now, as I said, you would probably just take the snippet, copy the snippet and put it in your task manager. Now with things 3, there is a way to do that really simply. And that's basically highlighting what you want, invoking the key command, and it basically puts the whole email, not just the bit that you've highlighted, which, yeah, some people would prefer that, but you can basically just copy that and then put it at the end of this. Sorry, let's do this again. So I have to copy it first, obviously. So let me copy this first, invoke the thing, and then paste there. And again, I can say this is for this client. Let's just use that as a client. If the project isn't there, then I can just create one, Paul Jarvis, for instance. Sorry, Paul, for using your name here. And then I would say, actually, I need to check this email on Monday, and I want to do it, add a reminder, remind me at 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and then save. And then I can just archive this. And then then your inbox is free. Your inbox is gone. There's nothing in your inbox because that email was to do with a project. So I created a project and put it in my task manager. So if I go into my task manager, again, I work from my inbox, from my to-do list. There's nothing in there, and there's nothing in my inbox either. What I want to do now is go to Paul's project, and there it is. And there's the task that I need to, it's going to remind me on Monday, check this out. I can double click on it, and I can actually click on this link, and it will then open that email directly within my Apple Mail. And that works exactly the same on the phone. And I'm going to show you that in our next lesson. And that's basically how easy it is to organize your task manager. Now, task managers are really, they're underrated. I mean, they can be used for so many different things. As you saw, I put my groceries in there. You can use it to organize your inbox by moving everything into the task manager. Now, there was a time that I didn't think that that was a good idea, because at the time, back then, the technologies weren't there to move emails and then link them and then see them before, as well as it is now. So before, I never used to do it because I thought it was just a waste of time. But it actually does work when you want to have zero inbox, and or inbox zero, whichever way you like to call it. So it's actually really, really simple to use your task manager to organize everything, and within your task manager to have the same areas, personal, business, and work, as your files. So basically you have some sort of continuity with your whole system, effectively. Anyway, that's the lesson. In lesson 4, we're gonna talk about all in sync, and I'm gonna show you how to do that actually on my phone. I think that will probably be the best way to do it. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao, bye-bye.